Welcome to, I would have said, another edition of Just Unsecure Cybersecurity, but this is 2025. But before we start up with the 2025, you know what we're going to do? We're going to recap. But before I do all the recapping, you do know we don't do anything without the introduction. My name is Baz and co host.
Oh,
Oh,
signing up. Happy New Year, guys. Good to see
absolutely.
you again.
Happy New Year, guys. So, before we just jump straight into it, let's just recap on what we did in 2024. We had different guests, so we can see all our guests on our website. We're starting to become more official due to our fan base growing, and we decided we created a website. We had, I think, was it 9 or 10 guests appear on our show, and most importantly, we did one crazy stunt. Do you want to break it to them or what we did?
Yeah, we launched AfrihackBox.
Yes, we and we and a partner of ours, Suebatu, collaborated to work on an ethical hacking platform known as AfrihackBox, where we actually provided a 24-hour ethical hacking hackathon for people within Nigeria. So the launch was called AfrihackBox Niger, to represent the fact that most or all the players were Nigerian players for starters. We had 22 challenges, but we couldn't get anyone to break all 22,
Yeah,
unfortunately, but good for us.
yeah. So it was fun. We launched the maiden launching was in Lagos, and of course, as Babas mentioned, fortunately for us, we couldn't get everybody to break in the entire 22. But it was really good. We were amazed by the source of talent that we have in Africa, especially in Nigeria. And Babs mentioned that this is an entire platform for entire Africa, not only zoned to Nigeria. The Niger 24 was just for as a maiden launch to just focus on one country. And this year, as Babs and I will be talking about much later, we have surprises coming up for the next event and the next and the next and the next.
So it wasn't just that. We also had the opportunity to also inform all the guests who attended on that day that about Just Unsecure learning platform, which accompanies the AfriHackBox ethical hacking platform. So right now, if you go onto our website, www.justunsecure.org, go to the programs and you'll see all the programs we have. We have communities, we have the ethical hacking platform, we have the learning platform, and coming up, we're actually having something brand new for 2025, but we're still in 2024. So let's keep doing 2024.
Yeah,
What else did we do? Yes, December we
yeah,
had the headshot challenge.
yes. So we had an ETSO challenge in December in which we have over 150 individuals participated across Africa. In fact, 10 countries were represented. And, only Nigeria and Ghana topped the list of top three, but other guys joined as well in the top 10. Boy, it was a fun time towards the end of the year in 2024. It was towards Christmas, and it was a good thing. All those guys are getting gifts at the moment. The top 10 are getting gifts of what we gave for the headshot. Was really fun.
And that is how we rounded up 2024. But before we come to 25, I want to say thank you to every single person watching us right now and who's also actually subscribed. And if you've not subscribed, remember what to do. Subscribe. Like O said, we had over 10. Currently, we are in 13 African countries, and our objective is actually to be in the 55 African countries. So we have a long
Absolutely.
way to go, but I'm sure with you guys out there, we're definitely going to do it. And like O also mentioned, this is an African platform for everybody in Africa to educate, to pioneer, and to encourage people not to be scared about technology or cybersecurity. It's a step by step, and you will learn all the way. And what? Myself and OO were here to help you. Cybersecurity is not rocket science.
Yeah,
It's hard work, but it's not rocket science.
absolutely. To
So,
recap, if you really want to be part of this, we already have over 600 people who have joined. One, we have an hackathon platform, an ethical hacking platform, which is at app.afrihackbox.com. You can go to our website as well, which is JustUnsecure.com, or you go to AfrihackBox.com. However, we also have a learning platform, which is learn.justunsecure.org. And also, we have a community. So, all of these you will find in one place if you go to app.afrihackbox.com.
okay, and before we go ahead, you're going to cut. Now, we're back to 2025. What do we have in store for you? We have things greater and better. First of all, we're starting off with our mentorship program starting next week, and we are going to be mentoring a number of people, over a dozen people, for cybersecurity. Going to be going towards them. If you're interested in being part of the cohort, please let us know. We do have a waiting list right now, and we try to put in as much effort into our cohorts as much as possible. And yeah, so it's that's going to be our first intake for 2024. Do you have any other one you want to add? Or
We are making it private. So if when we open it up for additional people to join the cohort, make sure you are checking both our social channel and our website from time to time, because it's going to be very short time that those openings going to happen. Right now, we only have an exclusive one that we're starting this January of over 23 people that's going to be part of the first cohort. So get ready. Yeah. So second thing that we thought we were going to be doing this year is also just through this channel, being able to do some other education. And I know Bob is going to talk about that.
yeah, before we even get to that, we're gonna have fantastic people coming on to this show to actually talk more about cybersecurity within their field in the diaspora. This year, 2025, we're going to concentrate more on cybersecurity education and career. We're going to focus on bringing more mentors, more cybersecurity experts within Africa and the diaspora, and more or less engage more on how cybersecurity is being shaped from an education and career perspective in Africa. We're going to look at maybe some of the top five jobs in the cybersecurity space that are hot in Africa. We're
Hmm.
going to look at cybersecurity experts in Africa, and I know most of you would like to know this, the salary range within the African space compared. Obviously, you can't really compare what you have in the Western world and what you have in Africa, but you kind of see the dynamics of what people do in Africa from a cybersecurity perspective and what people do in the diaspora aspect of things in cybersecurity. Then I think we have a special guest coming later in the year that will go through the day to day life of a cybersecurity enthusiast working in cybersecurity in Africa. Last but not least, we're going to be looking at some of the top, maybe not top 10, but we'll look at the ranges of cybersecurity courses in Africa and kind of range them,
Yeah.
gauge them. So I
Yeah.
know, get some of the lecturers to come and tell us, why is cybersecurity course good in your university? Why should people look at your university and say yes, come and study cybersecurity?
Yeah.
And we'll reach
That'd be
out to some
great.
of these universities and bring them on board. So, oh, do we have any other area you think we should be covering in 2025?
I think on the education side, I'm satisfied with what you've mentioned. And I'm thinking, oh man, that's a lot. That's a lot to
It
cover.
is.
that will be an exciting year for most people. If you have not subscribed yet, this is the right time to subscribe and don't miss any episode. Apart from that, I think also beyond the education, we should be talking about infrastructure, security in Africa as well. That has been on my mind. That there's a need to talk about the government and the security of our infrastructure in Africa. I think that is primarily on my mind. So we would like to engage few players in the industry who are securing our country. That would be great. Maybe guys who are working in national security. That would be fantastic. Guys who are working in critical infrastructure security, 5G security, and some of those things will be exciting. And of course, what would be nice never to talk about how to fix the issues, how to close the gaps or on cybersecurity issues in government and critical infrastructure in Africa. That would be an area I would love to see people come around and discuss about, and I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, another area when you were talking about critical infrastructure, except critical infrastructure is vast. So yeah, but in my own particular, I like to say the fintech. Fintech is big in Africa, and the infrastructure for fintech is what I will also be interested from a critical infrastructure, which I'm
Absolutely.
sure we'll definitely cover. So
Absolutely. I'm
yeah.
looking forward to that. And part of those critical infrastructure will include anything that borders on national security, infrastructure of telecoms, infrastructure of oil and gas, and border security. If you know anybody that is working in those areas, please let us know. We have some of our links, but we would like to actively talk to guys who are around there on how the great work they're doing and how we can support that as well and educate other people who are in that sector. And if you're interested in picking up a career in that area, this is your channel.
And like O said, we are going to be fully packed, but we will not disappoint you. We didn't disappoint you for 2024. I'm sure you know that. And we will not disappoint you for 2025. We hope to bring you bigger, better discussion about cybersecurity in Africa. And hope you follow us throughout this journey. That's all I have to say for 2025. And the next event, or should I say the next show, will be coming out before the end of this month. And from there on, we're going to be full on the throttle.
Absolutely. And if you're interested, also check out our community and join. And let's keep the conversation going. Follow us on our social media channel. Know what is happening.
And don't forget, subscribe. See you all. Thank you for following us. We'll talk later.